Melanin Queen, tell me all your aspirations and dreams, because some men say that you're aggressive, but I see it's that fiery passion for you to pursue your dream goal.
To all young women, I would say, you've got this, you can do this, you can do anything you want to do. There's always somebody out there who knows how to help you on that route. Within your community, there's always going to be somebody who's got that knowledge, and nobody can tell you you can't do something. Nobody can at all. I say that to a lot of young girls. Just go, you can do this, and you can go and do whatever you want to do. The world's out there, and it's a big, huge place, and there's so many opportunities, so many.
I'm on a mission to talk to Luton about racism, inclusivity, and diversity. What is the current state and reality, and what are the steps we need to take to walk towards more solidarity for a better future? Widespread Black Lives Matter protests and calls for greater racial equality have prompted Boris Johnson to launch a cross-government inquiry into systematic racism in the UK. The Prime Minister said the Commission aims to examine all aspects of inequality in employment, in health outcomes, in academic and all other walks of life. What we've come to realise is change is a constant. We have a collective responsibility in order to be the change.
My background being in care, in social care, women are there. That's the amount of women that are employed outrank the amount of men, but it's still the men that are at the top. What I've seen is the women are able to go so far, so maybe up to middle management, but at the top, right at the top, is always the men. And I've always had that feeling that you can get so far and then you can't get any further. I don't know why that is, but that's what I've seen throughout the care field.
You'd got certain men coming over and saying, well, you've got to do it this way. And it's like, well, no, I know my job. I know how far you can push me, but don't try and push me anymore. And then I did have a comment that, why don't you go and talk to the manager? And no, because they knew he was a man, I'll go and get the manager out. I said, I am the manager right now.
There was an incident where I kind of questioned my superior, and that backlash really badly. There was a lot of microaggression. And I remember telling my mum about it because I was crying, and I was like, I just wanted to voice out what I think was right. And my mum said to me, you have to remember that your skin colour is different to her skin colour. We came here just as everyone, as you grow up, you look for a job because you have family and bills to pay. We're not trying to outdo anyone at all. We're just here to survive.
As I grew up, I started wearing the hijab, and I would get weird looks from white people on the street, and I don't know, it just made me feel really uncomfortable, and just I didn't feel like I was fitting in.
I was walking down to my house, someone just said I'm racist to me, but okay. Literally, it's like, what can I do? You're on a car, I'm on my feet. But then there's that sense of but what if they turn around and they want to jump me? So it's like, okay. It's kind of a scare there when it comes to racism sometimes. Even when it comes to football, everyone saw it in the Euros final. Everyone was loving Raheem Sterling, Saka, but then when it came to the penalty, if you were black, it's like you're an enemy, you're getting jumped.
I worked for local government for years, and I always felt that there was a lot, it was very diverse where I worked, and but I always felt that the women of colour, the women that I was working with, I'm going to say black women, we felt that we always had to work harder for some reason. Sometimes you feel that people are judging you or prejudging you as well. before they get to know what you're like and what your capabilities are within the workplace.
Black women, when I see like in my family, my grandma, is really, really hard, yes. It starts with, oh, what does your hair look like? Your hair is not curly or not, flowing with the wind. It's just, oh, did you brush your hair? Like, it starts with the little things.
I feel pretty confident now with being black, but back then I used to be bullied for it, so I really wanted to be white, which made my mom really sad. So...
Because you're perfect the way you are. I wanted you exactly that way. This is not a coincidence. I wanted you exactly the way you are. I explained to her there is no point. You cannot expect to drink out of an empty cup. So talking to stupid people is no point. Yeah. Like if they don't want to understand the 21st century, you just don't want to understand.
Well, living in Luton is kind of being like a crab in a bucket. Everyone's trying to get to the top. Not everyone wants to help each other. But it's a good working environment. It gives you that hunger. And when you get to a position where you can help others, you have that choice, and I choose to help others. So, in terms of what can be done, well, I'm sure you know about the youth clubs being shut down. I'm sure you know about the funding that's not being given. A lot of that can contribute, but there's also things like the amount of young people going to prison, predominantly black people going to prison. A lot of young black deaths, especially around London. A lot of females dying in hospital or their babies dying in hospital, predominantly black again. And you can see the repetition in the cycle. Things that we can do as a small society and collective, but there's also things that people at the top can do that is not being done. Yeah. I'll leave that one to speculation.
We need to just start kicking doors down a little bit more and saying, look, we are women, we are value.
If you just focus on what you truly believe in and what your aspiration is, you can achieve it. The more of us, the bigger the community is, the bigger the message.
What would I say? I would say we are just as capable, just as intelligent, just as wise, just as dynamic as everybody else. That's all. The only difference that we have is skin color. There's no difference. And the fact that their society based everything on the color of our skin, this is where it's going wrong. So yeah.
Definitely in some countries they're like really racist and I don't understand why. It's just a skin color, to be honest. It's just a skin color. Why would you be mean to them?
Pain. I'm in a place right now where I'm feeling all the pain, stressed out and messed up in every way. Family and friends ask if I'm okay. I don't know either. I'm trying to find out just like you, bro. You and I are the same. Speaking of you and I'm trying to go to Oxford. Wait, I have a question. How many black students have you seen at Oxford? True say there ain't enough to mention. I'm from Luton Town where I was born and built. And bro, I love this place to bits, I really do. I'm a Brit, but I still gotta protect my roots. But I can tell you countless times that my